Yeah. Why you mad? I got a bag, bro. Name hot in these streets, no Tabasco. But I'm so stuck, that's a fact, yo. And if you think I'm frontin', you can run it back, yo. Go on, run it back. You know that I run it. Everything you wanna do, I already done it.
Man, what a beautiful day. What a beautiful day. Yes, sir, man. So I'm on my way to work right now. Yeah, on my way to work. I forgot to call them people today, actually, too, y'all. Because supposedly at my job, we supposed to be getting like some type of bonus or whatever. But it turns out I ain't really get mine. Or so maybe I did, but it just don't seem right. So supposedly, I guess full-time people supposed to be getting like a $800 bonus, and then part-time supposed to be getting something else, another type of bonus. But I looked at my bank account like last week, it said like $74. And I talked to my mom about it. She's like, yeah, you need to go talk to them about that, man. Try to see what's up with that. And I'm like, man, I don't want to keep asking the dude, like, you know what I'm saying? But I think it's something with, I don't know. It's just some people get approved for it, some people don't. I'm going off based off of, oh, I've been here, been working for the company for like 3.5 years, so almost 3.5 years. So it's like, man, I should be getting the bonus, right? So I don't know. I think I'm gonna call them people up, man, and try to see, you know, what's going on. You know, actually, I'm probably gonna call them right now on my way, and just to try to get a look of, you know, get their response to, you know, what's going on with that, man. But yeah, it's a beautiful day today, though, man. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. But yeah, I just called them. So I end up calling, I guess the union is in charge of that type of stuff, because they're the ones that, you know, determine what stores get bonuses and stuff like that. My store director is not any. That's why I remember one of my coworkers too. We went to my store director and he was like, or she was like, I looked at my banking statement and it said it was $34. And he was like, yeah, that's strange, because he's not in charge of that stuff. So I guess I just called up the union real quick just now, and they took my number down, my name, so they gonna, you know, at least tell me why. At least why I'm not eligible for it, or why I'm not getting it, or am I getting it, gonna get it. I'm not really tripping if I do or don't, because I still end up getting a raise anyway. Like $1 raise, a little bit over $1 raise. So, hey, you got, I mean, I don't make that much, you know what I'm saying? But from where I first started getting paid, and when I first started working for the company, I was getting paid $7.25. Right now, I'm getting paid like way more than that. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's like, you gotta look at it from that perspective. It may not be like where you want it to be as far as like your hourly pay, but from where I started at $7.25 compared to where I'm at right now, I'm pretty happy with that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna say I'm like satisfied with it, because you never want to be too satisfied. I always want to keep growing. But I'm definitely happy with where I'm at right now compared to 3 years ago. My checks were like $100 a week, getting paid $7.25. At the time, I didn't really care though, obviously, because I was 16. I was like, man, I'm just gonna get me a job. I was just happy about getting a job. I wasn't really worried about, you know, how much money I was making at the time. You know what I'm saying? But hey, we gonna keep on striving, man. We're gonna keep on striving with this YouTube stuff. This is what I want to do. Like, as far as like the sports content, like me talking about sports, you won't really see any more of that on this channel. It's mostly gonna be like kind of my life, documentary, vlogging stuff, kind of where I started. Any type of sports content you want to hear me talk is gonna be on my podcast. Because I think with me, where I kind of went wrong at, I trying to be versatile, but I think it actually hurt me in a sense as well. Being versatile was cool, but when you just starting off, and you got so many people coming towards your channel, you know, they're gonna see certain things, like there's certain videos that they like, but then, you know, it may not be what they like, basically. You know what I'm saying? So it's like that one boxing video I did hit 20,000 views. That's my most viewed video on my channel. But a lot of people told me, why don't you start making boxing content or just make strictly sports content? I don't want to be put in a box. For one, there's so much competition, and two, that's not what I want to do anyway. So I'm not saying I'm not going to talk about sports anymore, but if I do, it's probably going to be more so like I'm going to be actually like vlogging. It's not the sit down videos or the voiceovers of me talking about sports is pretty much not going to happen anymore. On this channel, it's mostly going to be kind of vlogs, documentary stuff that's going on in my life and in my journey, because that's where I started. Like when I first wasn't even taking YouTube serious, I was vlogging at school. You know what I'm saying? I should have kept it at that instead of trying to go too many different ways with certain stuff. But because it's cool to be versatile, but if you're too versatile, it can kind of hurt you too, because then your content is all over the place, and the people who's new to your channel is probably not subscribing, because if they like one video they like, they're gonna search your channel and try to find more like that. But if it's so totally different, you know, it's gonna be kind of hard. So that's what I want to do as far as Emmanuel R&D. Obviously the R&D stands for reporter, and because I can still report things. Like, I want to report things like with the camera though, like, you know what I'm saying, where I'm seeing in person. You know what I'm saying? Certain things, certain places I may go. Because even my mom be telling me, like, even when we got company over, this vlog, I'm like, nah, ain't nothing happening. Hey, just pull the camera out, man. Start recording, start documenting your stuff. Because I actually definitely do want to make a documentary too, like, kind of like, and I think my dad want to make a documentary too, so we can just start now, start filming all this stuff, and then maybe years from now, we can kind of take all this film and try to put it together, you know, and do our thing like that. But that's what's going on, man, for me right now. The podcast is something I'm not too worried about right now. That's something I'm not really too worried about as far as the podcast go. The subscribers on there are going to continue to grow, you know, and yeah. But Emmanuel R&D, man, it's just like I'm had this channel for a cool minute. I'm staying at the same, you know, kind of level. And I was just thinking about that yesterday. I just kind of like, what's going on, man? Like, what more do I need to do? But I think for me, I just need to kind of find one thing and go all in on it. Like, I'm trying to do everything, all that. I'm trying to do reactions. I'm trying to do, you know, sports content. I'm trying to do vlog. Like, you gotta just kind of, I'm not saying make one style of content, but do one kind of category and kind of stay in that niche, especially until you find, you know, kind of your core brace of. Because I was talking to one of my friends too. She said the same thing as far as like finding your, you gotta just kind of find your fan base, and then once you find your fan base, keep that fan base and continue to grow. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, that's the goal for sure. But like I'm not saying you gonna still keep getting workout videos. You're gonna keep still getting basketball content as far as like in real person. I'm just saying, you know, as far as like the voiceovers and me sitting down talking about sports, that mostly gonna be on the add-on podcast. And I figured, why make a 5 to 10 minute video of that when I can just talk about it for an hour, hour and a half, 30 minutes, if even, on my actual podcast. Because that's something I like doing even more than this. That's something I feel like I was born to do. Because I ain't gonna hold you, I might even go back to college in a couple of years and still get my journalism degree as well. I took a break from it because I kind of wanted to mainly focus on this, but even more, I like sitting down talking about sports and podcasting way more than I even like doing this vlogging, to be honest with you. I feel like I was born for that. I like debating about sports. That's something I love to do. So I can definitely see me maybe in a couple years going back to college if something don't kind of work out, or if, you know, something that's the right for me or whatever. But obviously right now, the main goal is trying out for the G League in 2 years. I think I got a great shot at that if I continue to put in the work. And yeah, man, yes sir. But it ain't too hot in Vegas right now, you know, as y'all can see, man, it ain't too hot. About 88 degrees right now, finally cooling down. And that's one thing I do like about Vegas. You know, it's pretty sunny. I remember my family tried living out in Seattle for a cool, like, like a year. And man, it was definitely a new experience. I definitely experienced some things I don't really experience in Vegas. You know, a whole lot. It was snowing. It was, you know, a lot of stuff downtown, all these markets, trains, and a lot of stuff Seattle got that Vegas don't. But, you know, that rain though is just not it. I think that's ultimately why we left. Because in Vegas, if you lived in Vegas as long as me, if you see rain, we happy because we don't rain too often. But if you live in Seattle, it rained too much. Like it get to the point where it's just like, man, that's not it. And I think that's why we end up moving back to Vegas. Man, that just was not it. But hey, man, it is what it is. Definitely, I don't know if I'm gonna stay here like forever in Vegas. That's something I was thinking about the other day as well. It is my hometown, but hey, I heard LeBron was thinking about buying a team in Vegas. If he does that, maybe I would just stay in Vegas forever. I ain't gonna hold you. It's hot out here, but imagine me playing for LeBron's team and being able to try out for their team, at least to make the G League roster. Hey, that's something else. But yet again, who knows when that would be, because LeBron probably going to play in the league another 3-4 years at least. Because he wants to play with Bronny. And who knows, might even play with Bryce, for all I know. That dude his longevity is insane. Man, we waiting for this first bus to come. I believe it comes at, what time? 12:39? No, that's the time right now. I think it comes at 12:40 something. Matter of fact, let me go ahead and check. Might as well, right? Let's see. If I can find my Google Maps. Albertsons. Man. I'm not gonna be able to see it. That's way too close. Time is mug come, man. 12:43. 12:43 is supposed to come. Well, that's in like 3 minutes supposedly, so should be coming very soon. That Camaro, yeah, it's a nice car. Yes, sir. Oh, look at the Prime. Oh, see this Prime truck right here? I just tried that drink the other day. Not the other day, probably a couple weeks ago. That's Jake Paul and Logan Paul and KSI's drink Prime. I like it because for me, it don't have that fake sugary aftertaste. It's funny. I told my brother to try it. He said it does have that fake sugary aftertaste, but I just compare it to that one drink. What's that one drink called? That one sports drink. But a lot of these drinks though, y'all know how you try them, and it just has like, if it has like no sugar or something, it has that kind of like fake sugary aftertaste. And then even Gatorade is super good, don't get me wrong, but it's got a lot of salt and a lot of sugar in it. I wouldn't just drink Gatorade as just a drink, like just a nutritious drink. I would drink that like if you just been drenched in sweat trying to recover, then drink Gatorade. Because then you need those electrolytes back and, you know, all that, even probably some of the sugar back to try to restore. But Prime is definitely a nice drink for sure. Forgot what flavor I've tried so far. I think I've tried maybe lime and maybe the blue kind and maybe fruit punch as well, but I definitely got to get another one. They probably should be getting distribution inside Albertsons soon. I haven't seen them at my job just yet, but I know they're inside Walmart, of course. So it's a nice Mustang right here. That's a Mustang, right? Definitely one of the cars I want for sure. But yeah, I know some of y'all might be wondering too, what's up with the car situation and stuff. Man, after I posted that failed driving thing, I haven't even stepped in foot of a car, probably like driving. It's like 4 months now, over 4 months. But I did schedule, because now since my permit expired, I got to start all over again. I'm not blaming nobody but myself. That was just me being discouraged and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, man, you got to just take it like, look at it like this. Like the more and more you wait, the more and more you can put yourself back. So you might as well, like, and even though I failed, honestly, the test wasn't hard, bro. Like, it really wasn't. It was just me making not believing in myself, because if I believed in myself, I would have went the speed limit. You know, I would have stayed my same speed during the lane changes. So I know what I did wrong, so all it is now, I just got to improve on it. But I did schedule to retake the permit test again. It's for obviously the written on, what is it, October 27th, I believe. So I need to start studying again. I haven't studied yet. Get the DMV book and start taking the practice tests again, and start from scratch all over. You know, and then I'll have another year to pass it again. Hey, but at least I know what I did wrong, and I just gotta figure out what car I'm gonna be practicing in. But I see the bus down there coming. This is gonna be the 110 Eastern bus. Been taking this bus quite some time. Yeah, it's been some years, man. I've been taking the city bus probably like 6 to 7 years now, so I don't know every bus, but definitely on this side of town, I pretty much know all the buses as far as the 110, 122, 117, all them. And even going towards the strip, SDX, Deuce, I rode pretty much, not every bus, but I rode a good chunk of buses, man. North Las Vegas, Charleston, been all over. So definitely, if y'all come to Vegas, you're like a tourist, ask me, you need some help about some bus routes, I got you. Because I could either look it up, or I'm pretty sure I've tried it if it's on this side of town. This is Eastern and Windmill, Henderson, where I'm located right now, and we're about to head over to my job. That's going to be over Silverado Ranch and Maryland Parkway. And let's hop on this first bus, y'all. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Bus is so loud, but we off the 117. Get ahead to work. Obviously, Albertson's right there across the street. I'm gonna try to, you know, today I'm gonna do something I don't normally do as far as the gym. I'm gonna actually squat today. I'm gonna squat today. I don't normally feel like squatting. I don't know how my energy is gonna feel, but whenever I do leg day, I normally just do, you know, leg press, calf raises, the leg curl machine, but I don't normally squat. So I'm letting y'all know right now, I'm gonna do lightweight for sure. To be honest with you, I'm probably just gonna have a 45 on each side. Like, low key, I'm gonna squat real, you know. I wonder what my max is, low key, because I remember back in high school, my max was up there. It was like almost 300 pounds on the squat. as like a sophomore, I think, but we not gonna find out my max today, definitely not, but I definitely do want to squat just to see kind of where I'm at. Man, look at that slingshot, that thing's dope right there, man. That dude. Something else, he iced out too. Yeah, that dude legit right there, man. Yeah, we waiting for this light though. Man, he is cruising. Yes, sir. Those would be fun to rent one of those out downtown, like on the strip. But people be driving crazy. I know it's probably dangerous. But y'all see the sign right there. You see that UFC Fit right there? That actually used to be a 24-hour fitness. Now that was super convenient because I remember at the time we were living like right across the street. I don't know if y'all can see way down there. That's South Point, way down there. We used to live right across the street over there. And literally right after work, I would go to 24-hour fitness right next door. That was so convenient. But for some reason, it went bankrupt. I think like right before the pandemic, I think so. Which makes no sense because it's like, how did that one go bankrupt, but the one on the Wigwam didn't go bankrupt? That's pretty weird. And when I used to go there, a lot of people used to go over there as well, it seemed like. But for some reason, it went bankrupt, I guess. And then they made a UFC Fit gym. And now I go to the 24 on Wigwam and Pecos. Well, it is closer to my house, but which is cool. Like it kind of works out both ways, to be technically so, because it's like if I want to go to the gym after work, it's gonna be farther, but if I were wanting to go to the gym from home, it'll be closer, and then vice versa. So I guess you can't have it both ways, but it's just interesting how that 24 went bankrupt, but the other one didn't. Pretty interesting, if you ask me. But obviously over here, Silverado Ranch, Maryland Parkway. Yes, sir, man. Y'all gotta excuse me. I know the camera's probably bobbling a lot, but I'm holding this big old tripod. I need to get a selfie stick. This tripod is just a little too big. I need to have one. I think I need to buy one, like a selfie stick. Not selfie stick, but a vlogging stick for the camera that's smaller. And then just use this tripod like when I'm setting up, because just to hold it when I'm vlogging is so bulky. Yeah, y'all see the price of gas. I think it low-key went down a little bit, low-key, because I think wasn't that closer to $5, and then I think it went down a little bit. But yeah, y'all need to come on down another $1. That'll be the day. But yeah, this is what it is, man. I'm gonna head over to Albertsons, y'all. I don't want to really film inside there because we're not, even though I work there, we're not supposed to film in there. So I'm gonna turn the camera off, and then obviously I'll catch y'all, I guess at the gym. I might, you know, film a little bit on the way to the gym, but it is gonna be a little darker. Did we always have that drive up and go sign? When did we get that? I don't ever remember us having that drive up and go sign. I could be tripping. I do not recall ever seeing that. Maybe I just not noticed. I want to ask one of my coworkers to see. That's funny. All right, y'all. But yeah, I'm gonna catch y'all back when I clock out. So we clocked out, y'all. We finna head over to the gym right now. Apologize for the lighting. It is dark right now, obviously. But yep, just now leaving. It is like 8 o'clock. I think this first bus comes at around 8:14, 8:16-ish. Yesterday, I didn't even go hold you. I had to wait for like about an hour for it to come, literally. I don't think it came to around 8:50 or something. Like, it was crazy. So hopefully it actually shows up on time today. But yeah, we'll catch y'all when we over there, man. Citizen saws and cut off your lizards, kisses, and balls. Throw you in the middle of an ocean in the blizzard with jaws. Yeah, so yeah, we on obviously our way. 224 in the parking lot. 24 is right over there. I don't know if it's just if this thing is blurry or is it just dark. I can't say. I gotta check when I get inside because it look a little dirty, but yeah. All right, y'all, man. As you can see, man, I was struggling, man, and I was only doing 225. That's nothing. Like my max in high school was close to 300 pounds. Now I was in high school squat, my max, which is pretty. It's not. I mean, that seemed like a lot, but for a dude that was only around at that time, probably was around what, 150 something, maybe 160. Doing that, like, so like I'm struggling with the 225. It's just like I have strong legs, but I don't squat too often, so you can kind of see like I could definitely do more. I could have did more weight from 225, but I like to go all the way down. You can see on the video I was kind of like going halfway, but then the second set I did kind of lower all the way down, full kind of repetition, full range of motion. But squatting is something else. It takes a lot out of you. That's one thing I hate. I hate squatting. I hate deadlifting because it takes so much out of you, man. It's just like. But I don't even know if I'm gonna start. Like, I'm not even gonna say I'm gonna start squatting because I probably won't. You know what I'm saying? Something I don't really need to do anyway. Like I already got my leg press, I already got my calf raises, already doing my running, my treadmill, and like I know other workouts that can build your strength up. You don't have to do squats, and it's not like I'm trying to get bodybuilding legs or anything. But hey, man, y'all saw that. But if y'all like what y'all saw, man, feel free to like this video, subscribe, share. I have a podcast channel as well called The Add-On Podcast. The link to that will be in the description down below. And follow my journey, subscribe, and I'm gonna see y'all next video.